Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Dong Nai radio and television stations. Here's the news today. On November the 25th, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính received Australian Deputy Prime Minister and Defence Secretary Richard Donald Marries, who is visiting Vietnam. At the meeting, the Prime Minister affirmed Vietnam's foreign policy, expressed his delight at the strong development, deepening and substantive in the fields of cooperation, in accordance with the cooperation document signed between the two countries. The Prime Minister suggested the two sides give priority to promote United Nations peacekeeping cooperation, request Australia to continue supporting the transport of Vietnam's Level 2 field hospital to South Sudan in 2023, as well as the following years. Australian Deputy Prime Minister and Defence Minister Richard Donald Marries wished that in 2023, the year Vietnam-Australia celebrate 50 years of relation, the two countries will upgrade their relation to the comprehensive strategic partnership, at the same time promoting the implementations of the comprehensive and progressive agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership, CPTPP, the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, CREP, and other cooperation mechanisms to promote cooperation between the two countries a new level. On November the 25th, the Management Board of the Eco-Industrial Park Implementation Project in Vietnam, Ministry of Planning and Investment, coordinated with the Management Board of Dong Nai Industrial Park to organize a bio-industrial conference. The workshop is part of the projects of implementing eco-industrial parks in Vietnam, according to the approach from Global Eco-Industrial Park Program, sponsored by the Swiss Federal Department of Economic Affairs. Taking place in one day, the industrial symbiosis in Amata Industrial Park aimed to provide the overview of industrial symbiosis, an example of industrial symbiosis in industrial zone around the world. Thereby, experts will work with the enterprises to develop solutions, provide training in financial instrument practice related to identification and implementation of industrial symbiosis for businesses, helping businesses to access and use the same services, technical infrastructure, and labor to save energy and reduce input costs for production. The People Committee of Bien Hoa City and Youth Union of Bien Hoa just have deployed digital technology booths, cashless payment, and launched the Propaganda for cashless route and street model. Accordingly, union members, youth and leaders of the city's People Committee came to survey and propagate and mobilize service and trading housings on Phan Trung Street, Tân Tiến were to install payment applications without payment. Use cash. Up to now, nearly 130 store and business households will register to install the Bien Hoa Smart City app and other non-cash payment applications to serve their business. Particularly, digital technology and cashless payment booths were deployed, contributing to bringing digital technology closer to union members and young people. The Indian Air Force IAF will conduct the annual joint exercise on humanitarian assistance and disaster relief HADR titled Harmony 2022 from November the 28th to 30th at Agar Alta Radas Day. Representative of the Associations of Southeast Asia, ASEAN, and a number of stakeholders participated in the exercise. It is expected that the Indian Defence Minister Rajnath Singh will be the main guest in the performance on November 29th. The purpose of the exercise was to evaluate the effectiveness of disaster management structure and contingency measures. During the time, the organizer will conduct a disaster management workshop and a multidisciplinary exercise of some of the equipment needed for HADR operations. This activity is expected to contribute to the development of institutional frameworks that enhance communications, interaction, cooperation, and application between the parties, thereby creating successful HADR activities. According to AFP, the letter dated on November the 21st to the Catholic community of Saint Egidio, minister in charge of the Office of the President of South Sudan, Barnaba Mariam Benjamin, announced that the government of South Sudan has suspended its participations in peace talks in South Sudan in Rome until further notice. although we are preparing to enter into serious dialogue with the UNSAI South Sudan oppositions group to bring lasting peace to the country, we accept say that this group is using the negotiation to buy time as they prepare for war. Peace talk between the government and the coalition of rebel groups to end the 5-year civil war. That is the end of our news today. Thank you for watching.